Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the 2-3 Zone. Tony's Picks look at the WNBA. And we have two games on Tuesday in the W. And we'll take a look at those with our two handicappers, Ron Crawford and Justin Stacks McKelvey. Appreciate you guys tuning in here to the 2-3 Zone. And we had a pretty big card there on Sunday, and we saw some great results. And the guys pulled off a couple of nice wins for us. We had Ron giving us the over on the show with Washington and Dallas. He also gave us that over with Seattle and LA. Justin brought it home with the Sparks and with the Sun. There, of course, keep getting it done with these big numbers now here, playing a little bit better. So, how'd it go, you guys? Ron?
Yeah, like I said, I did lose. I lost the Mercury, man. It looked like once they saw Ryan Howard out there, like, yeah, we're in trouble. But anyway, late entry there. But yeah, I got the best bet, of course, what you mentioned, the over in that game. What a game last night with the Sparks and the Storm. And I can see Brittany Sykes is going to be a real benefit to that Storm team. You can see that right now. And my premium best bet was the LA Sparks winning it outright. So I love that. Yeah, let's get back to it tonight.
Justin, that was a great game, man. LA kept falling behind, and they'd come back, and they got the buzzer beater there, the late win there with the Sparks. Great call, and how'd it go for you on Sunday?
Yeah, the Mercury and Dream. I didn't go over. I was surprised about actually the total and my dream. I didn't. I wasn't on the side, but I was on the total over. It didn't go over, but see my dream come out like that. I was like, okay, like maybe we lightweight own the Mercury. So I was happy to see that. I was on the Sparks. I was on the Sparks over. Connecticut came through to me late, so you know, Connecticut. I just thought that was a lot of points, and it started off up, then it was going down, then it was going back and forth. But at the end of the day, they treated me right, so not a bad day. Pretty good day. Just needed that Mercury game to go over. It'd have been lovely, but got two games to break down today. I got looks on both of them, so ready to get to it.
All right, we'll leave it to a couple of old time cappers like you guys try to pump you up with a bunch of wins, and all you want to do is talk to me about the losses. That's fine. That's fine.
Hey, full transparency here, Ramon. We got to talk about the losses too. I had another win on the under in the Minnesota Liberty game too, but that's okay.
Well, no,
Yeah,
we'll talk about a four-game card tomorrow. Make sure you join us. But I don't. The Liberty are playing the Aces and everything. There's some, but I'm interested in that Dream and the Storm game tomorrow. I'm gonna put you guys
yes,
on the
sir.
spot. I really think that one is gonna go. That's gonna be an important game, especially for Seattle, because that one's gonna be close to a toss-up. I'm sure. Okay, well, let's get into Tuesday night's action. This is why we're here, and started off here, Justin, with Dallas on the road taking on Indiana. Now, Indiana has some news. They've signed, well, I don't know. Does she just hang out and wait for the next team to call? Odyssey Sims. I don't know how many teams she's been on now, but
Couple of them.
yeah, she's in a guard here now because we know it's been devastating for Indiana with these injuries in the backcourt. Odyssey Sims can play, no doubt about it. You wonder why she's not always on a team. Maybe there's a special WNBA reserve because she always comes in late season to help the teams out. All right. Indiana favorite here, Justin, by 7, 169.5. Indiana doing a nice job here, moving up 18-14, getting close to feeling comfortable. I know none of these teams are quite comfortable yet in that big group of playoff contenders. They still have lost two of their last three, Justin, but Dallas is back on another losing streak.
Yeah, and to be transparent, I'm not going to give a side or a total because I haven't bet neither one yet. But I'm gonna give you all two props, one for each team, and that's who I'm going to bet. So people who don't like the props, nah, I'm sorry, but give you what I'm betting. I look at the spread, and I think the spread is high. I like this favorite team. They just came broke their losing streak at home. So for the first game, I'll take Kelsey Mitchell. I think it's like over 19.5, but whatever her points is, Kelsey Mitchell for the Indiana Fever. I'll take her over her points. And you already know we got to go to Paige. So on the other side, give me Paige Beckers over her points. I'll be on, as soon as I get the lines for them, I'll be on both of those. I ain't going to be on the spread or side or a total, but Give me both of those points, Paige and Kelsey Mitchell.
Yeah, we've seen Mitchell have some big numbers. You think of that uh, uh, Los Angeles game and the Chicago game as well. She's come through big time. So Kelsey Mitchell, also Paige Becker's over there for Justin. All right, Ron. I guess for me in Indiana, Ron, look, I need them to kind of overcome some of these injuries. Man, it just feels like they're able to still answer the call, but they have that 10-6 spread record at home, and Dallas has not been a great cover despite getting all these points.
Yeah, and they still mash without a point guard. I know somebody had mentioned in the comments, but hopefully with the signing of us, we'll see what happens with that. They definitely need some guard help in that arena. If Caitlin's ever going to come back, we don't know what's going on with her. Still haven't heard a bit of information, not even probable or anything. So look at this game. When I capped it, I had it Indiana by 7. And I had it 166.5. Now this thing opened at 165.5, so I know I was right on the total, but it's climbed all the way to 169, 170, and I think it's going too far. You remember the last time that these two met, that total in Dallas went like sky high, 160, 9 to 172 and 73. It just gets too high. I still like the Indiana Fever on these unders. I know Dallas plays a lot to the over, but with I had it capped at 166.5. Now it's at 169, 170. I'm going to go under in this one.
All right, Ron says go under. Dallas is 11-15 to the under as a dog, so Ron likes the under there in that one. I'm going to go ahead and take Indiana. My reservation is obviously trying to fit even another piece in here, but it seemed to work out with McDonald there. Yeah, maybe Ari had a little bit more, but remember, she was kind of a fill-in too at this point, so the Fever have been able to get it done makeshift wise here at the guard position with the injuries that have occurred. So against this struggling Dallas team right now, I'm still going to roll with this Indiana momentum. I'll call it some momentum. I know they've lost 2 of 3, but still, I think pretty good record here right now for Indiana at 18-14 and kind of ahead of that group a little bit here at this point. So I'll take Indiana, lay 7 points. Ron says go under 169.5 here. Justin's got some prop action. Make sure you check those comments. He likes Mitchell over in her points prop, and Becker's possibly over in her points prop as well here on Tuesday. All right, guys, we got another one here, and this one has a pretty big one, actually. We got the Liberty here on the road, favored by 3 at the Sparks. Sparks 15-16, and things are getting dicey here at the bottom of the playoff picture. LA currently is a half a game back of the Golden State Valkyries and the Seattle Storm. Like I said, with the Aces, the Fever kind of moving away here. I said when we got that early last week, I thought we had basically 5 teams for 4 spots. Now it feels like we've got 3 teams for 2 spots, unless Washington can kick it in, or if any of these teams that are kind of getting away. It feels like Valkyries, Storm, and Sparks are going to be battling for those last 2 spots here, Ron. And Sparks, an underdog, but we know how hot they've been, covering 9 of their last 11. They've really been a great story. They're getting 3. The total, this ain't no typo. We know that, 178.5.
Yeah, they're 13-2 to the over at home. But at this number, they're not. Their last 10, they're actually at this number, 178, covering that number in the game. They're like 3-9. I mean, this is just and they suckered me in and got me and went way over the last time I went against them on an over. It's really tough to go against these Sparks on an over. We saw it last night, and then I did go over with them and the night before, and what happened? They just laid an egg with the Valkyries. I just think with the defense that we know that New York can play, and I haven't seen the lineup, who's going to be in or out for New York. Mm-hmm. New York's pretty much sitting at the 2-3 spot, Ramon, and they're pretty much hanging out there. God, the defense they play and the defense that the Sparks don't play has really, got me in a quandrum. Now I capped this thing at 166.5, and we're like at 178. And it's like, wow, that's just way off of my number. Is Vegas telling us it's going to be an over? Because my number is usually, it's pretty close. And I got like 10 points of value on the under. So I'm going to take a shot, hold my nose. It might be ugly. I'm going to take the under in this one. Look for the Liberty's defense to hold them down, just like that the Valkyries did the other night. So Ramon, give me that under 178.5.
No, look, there's something, I don't know. I don't have the stat. Maybe this is my job. Maybe I'm supposed to go through all the games and figure it out. It seems like whenever we get these stunningly high numbers, it never goes up. What you're saying to the team. Yeah, LA doesn't play to that even this high because of the other opponents and their different styles. We know Liberty can also fill it up here, and if they get into a game, yeah, it could be 190 or something like that for sure. But it just seems like every time we get the jacked up total, it goes way under.
Yeah, it does. And when we talked about that Valkyries and I gave it out, it wasn't a lock. I did not say it was a lock on the over, but that was 164. I thought it was a gift to get the over with with the Valkyries and the Sparks that one night. And the Sparks come up with a 51 point performance, but they got back on the horse last night with Seattle. So I don't know about this team, but I think New York's going to dictate the pace. And if they do what I think they're going to do, I think we're in the 160s, maybe 173 tops.
All right. Well, you just gave us a winner on a Sparks total, and Justin gave us a winner on a Sparks side. So, Justin, what's going to happen here with LA and a dog? Like I said, they need it. Ron mentioned, it's kind of it is an important game. I mean, they're in second place, but they're trying to hold off now all of a sudden, Atlanta and Phoenix for that number 2 spot. It's going to be important, that number 2 spot now, because no one's going to catch Minnesota, and you've got to at least be able to have that home court advantage up to that point. So, Justin, the Sparks have been a great story, but the Liberty are still a road favorite here.
Yeah, when I look at this, I'm not abandoning my Sparks. They've been good to me as dogs. They've been good to me at home as dogs. And at home is when you look at the total and want to say up and over, but I'm kind of with Ron. Like this number's a little high, so I'll stay away from that. We don't want the Liberty laying no points with nobody. I was just on the links, beating the Liberty. It's not like we ain't never seen the Liberty lose back-to-back games before. They did it. We just seen this recently. Give me the Sparks at home. I'll take the Sparks plus whatever they're getting. And you already know I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle the Sparks money line. Like Liberty fighting, Sparks fighting. They fighting for 2 different spots. Liberty on the high end, Sparks trying to fight to get in. So at home, Liberty still got to look forward to the Lynx coming up. They play the Lynx again. I want to say one more time, if I'm correct, if I'm right.
Yeah.
So take that look ahead. Take the Liberty that they can't get right until they're fully healthy. Give me the Sparks at home.
They got 2 more contests with them.
Okay, one question, I'll get you out of here, and I'll make a prop pick here in this game. But given the Sparks and how they've played here over the last dozen games, we know they're fighting for a playoff spot, but do you really have them? Do you consider them more on the line still? This has been a great run, but they started poorly. Brink has done a nice job. I don't think she's the reason why. I mean, she's only been back a handful of games anyways, and we've seen Jackson step up too, and Plum doing a great job. But are the Sparks more like the Aces and the Fever more than they are the Valkyries or the Storm, or are they just inconsistent? They've just had some easier games here. They picked up some big upsets too. Do you guys have any opinion on that?
I think looking ahead to the Sparks, and we talked about it the other night, who's going to be left out. If you look at the Sparks schedule, they got the weakest schedule of, you look at Golden State, they got Minnesota a couple of times, they got the Liberty, the Fever, they got everybody. But you look at the Sparks, they got Dallas a couple of times, they got Washington a couple of times. They do have a Fever spot in there, but I just think that the Sparks, and they're on a run, they're 8-2 their last 10 ATS, they're coming around. And we talk about the Liberty, 3-11 laying points on the road. I don't want nothing to do with them, but the Sparks were probably the worst team at home, getting points and laying points, and now they've kind of moved that up to 5-11. But what's the worst of two evils there? Who do you want? But I look at the hotter team, and they're 8-10 in the last 10. You got to go with them, and I think they're going to make a run and get in that playoff spot.
Okay, and Justin, are they down here still? And we're fighting for it, but man, if you just look at them over the last dozen games, they're certainly as good as these teams that are above the Valkyries of the Storm, more like the Aces or the Fever, and we've seen them beat some of those teams.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get in. I think they believe in themselves. I feel like they laid the egg against Valkyries, but it's gonna happen. Ain't nobody gonna just win the rest of the games, every single game the rest of the season. But I think the Sparks still getting healthy. They got Cameron back, so I think they're gonna get in. Like they got some rough games, but you get an upset here. A couple other teams ahead of you get upsetted. Yeah, I would look into it. Like I think they're gonna make it.
Yeah,
And they've been treating me good, so.
Yeah, it looks like the Storm is the team with the down arrow right now, given their 3 wins in the last 10 games. All right, in this one, I'll take Sabrina Ionescu under 4.5 rebounds. We know with Brink back in there, it's a little tough to get in there and mix it up. I'm going to go Sabrina under 4.5 rebounds. I think you might even get a little plus money on that here on Tuesday. That'll be my play. Ron says go under that crazy number, 178.5. Justin says take the Sparks plus the points, maybe even sprinkle a little little money line here with LA in a big game, still a half a game out of the playoffs, so they got to keep winning. All right, that's going to do it here for us on the 2-3 zone here for Tuesday. We'll be back tomorrow, though, with a big 4-game card, including that big Liberty and the Aces game tomorrow. And I talked about Atlanta and Seattle, so there'll be some great games. Justin, what's going on here over at Tony'sPicks.com?
As far as tonight, I got a triple stacks in baseball, got a premium in baseball, best bet, and I got a best bet in the WNBA. As far as the slate that we just went over, I'm already going to have a best bet in the WNBA. I have a triple stacks pretty much every day except for like Thursdays. Thursdays are only like 3 games, so. But yeah, I have a best bet in triple stacks in baseball tomorrow and best bet in WNBA.
Sounds great, Ron. Busy week here. We're getting some other action, but what's going on here with our 2 games on Tuesday and the rest of the week?
Yeah, I'm just still pushing the best bets. They're winning. That's all I can do. Just got to keep rolling with those. Some of the other ones are losing, but the best bets are crushing. And if you look at the 2.0 leaderboard, I'm at the top for 2025 in best bets altogether in all sports. So keep that rolling. Like I said, won with the Sparks last night plus the 4.5 and hit the Detroit Tigers on the run line yesterday. So I got a best bet tonight, and I'll definitely have a play in the WNBA for tomorrow. That'll be Tuesday. So, yep, let's get at it and keep rolling.
All right, and I got my best plays over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 15% off all premium pick packages, including mine in the WNBA, Major League Baseball, preseason, NFL, and more. Check us out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Back tomorrow, more 2-3 zone and 4. Justin Stacks, Mcelvy, and Ron Crawford. I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Good luck, everybody.